What led me to yoga? It's actually a very distinct event in my life. To keep it short, I ran into a holy man when I was coming out of a lunch from work, and I had no desire to talk to him really though, because I had to get back to work. But my car battery died, so I had to wait for AAA, and I talked to this person who basically like opened a realm to a different realm of consciousness that I was just not aware of. And he suggested at the end of the journey we took to check out yoga. And so I came to Santa Monica Power Yoga, and I knew that I was supposed to be here. So I came with like, taking really copious mental notes and things like that. But it was definitely an unusual experience that I did not expect that brought me to yoga, which I never thought I would do. Some of my main influences in yoga, they're really too plentiful to enumerate. Like to name all of them would be a gargantuan task, and I would probably leave some people out because so many people have influenced me, not only like major teachers, but also people that no one else would know, or like fellow yogis who were with me on the path to my teacher training, etc. But I've been influenced by so many people from like just a couple to name, like from like Paramahansa Yogananda, from the self-realization movement, and like his deep depth of understanding and light bringing, and all the gurus in that lineage, the Sikhs, Yogi Raj, Yogi Bhajan. So also these amazing teachers at Santa Monica Power Yoga. It's like Brian, Rudy, Vitas, when he used to teach here, Anaswara, Caleb. See, here I'm going into the list already, right? Travis, and I'm missing some. Dan Ward. I'm missing teachers for sure. From when people come to my class, my goal is to have them become more unified. Make no mistake, I'm coming for your soul. We'll get a body workout, but I want, not to take it for my own, but I want us to have that feeling of like, oh man, we're one thing, we're one organism, but we're manifested as different parts and pieces, as, human bodies, plants, animals. But that's definitely the drive for the reason I teach yoga, and the overarching thing I want to deliver to people. So we do all these things that work our body and we sweat, but then at the end we have to come to this place where we let that all go. And that juxtaposition of that contrast of this like using all the energy and like controlling everything to like letting everything go. There's something in that transition and in that deep peace that comes after that deep or that very high intensity energy usage that I think to me starts to peel away or wipe away the lines of delusional separateness, if you will. And it may not be one class for sure, but it's like a pickaxe, just constantly as you do it more and more and more. And like for me, as I continue to try to sit more and more in the stillness and be aware of the background behind everything, which it's easier to detect that when things are quiet, but it's always there. The truth just is. And so if you're still enough, all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is happening. Oh, my heart's beating and I didn't make it beat. Or like there's things happening, there's processes happening that I can pay attention to now. The earth is spinning, there's orbits going on, there's a bunch going on. Even when you're in a pose, you're like, oh wow, I'm aware of how the muscles in my leg are holding me up and how my breath is affecting that. How when I inhale, it's a little bit of a different sensation of when I exhale. And what I hope comes from the yoga is we become aware of these things and we observe them, right? Because we're aware of them. We kind of can distance ourselves from identification with those things. Instead of saying I'm mad, or even I'm happy, or I'm sad, that's a direct identification with these emotions and feelings that come up. We can say, oh, I feel happy, or I feel sadness, or I feel anger, like, oh, I feel it coming. I'm not the anger, so I don't have to act out what it is, but I feel it and I see it. And so I have some space to kind of work with it, or to kind of manipulate it, or adjust how it gets used. I can harness it maybe for different things. And so just having that hyper awareness and that ability to kind of step back a bit in awareness, right? If I expand my consciousness and I'm okay, I can see other things happening. I'm not just stuck in a very narrow, small view of like awareness. And so hopefully I can react to things better. I could be more mindful about how I react to things. I'd never want to be a personal trainer. So the idea of coming somewhere and spending an hour and a half, 2 hours, having people move their bodies and limbs akimbo, that's not appealing to me by any means whatsoever. But if it leads us to a greater unity and a greater harmony of earthlings on this planet, and our consciousness where we love each other more, we're nicer to each other, there's less war. Oh man, then that's the only reason to do this for me. It's like that's dope. That's like we can change the world. I'm Temitope Sonuyi. I'll see you online or on the mat. Thanks for watching. Namaste.